Good morning, boys and girls. Hey, today we are starting a brand new chapter. And I think we're only going to have maybe 1 or 1.5 more chapters. And I think that's it for the school year. I can't believe how fast this is going. So today we're starting chapter 12. We're kind of going back. Mrs. Swin has skipped around a little bit, trying to work it all out. And I love this chapter. This chapter is such a breather from the last one. We are collecting and recording data. We are doing representing data in surveys. So this ought to be an interesting, fun chapter to do. First thing we're going to do, though, is we need a little laugh for our week. So let's get started with, Mrs. Swin found some kind of funny animal videos. So I'm going to show just a short little video real quick. Now, this is what you call a dog who really enjoys sledding.
Okay, go. Okay, you let the dog go. Stupid dog.
So that dog loves sledding. Well, we didn't get a chance to do a lot of sledding this year, but maybe next year. But that got me kind of chuckling this morning. So let's go ahead now, and I need you to open up your books to page 691. Our first lesson today is going to be collecting and recording data, or data, depending on how you like to pronounce it. So Mrs. Swin's going to make this a little bit bigger, and she's probably going to have to get her glasses on because it's Monday. And let's see what we got going on here. So it says this: data is collected information or facts. One way to collect data is by taking a survey or asking a lot of people questions. A frequency table or a tally chart will help you record the data or data you collect. So our first example here is Mr. Alvarez. He surveyed his scout troop. He asked each of his scouts, "What's your favorite camping activity?" Well, the results are shown below in the chart. So we have what we call a tally chart. Tallies were those little lines. So we're going to go ahead, and we see that on his tally chart here that the activity is swimming. We have 5 scouts that really that's their favorite camping activity. We have 4 scouts that like hiking, and we have 3 scouts that like fishing. We have a title on our chart, so we know exactly what we're surveying. We have both of our columns, and they're telling us this side's activities, this side is my results, and I put my tally marks. So we also know with tally marks, if I put 4 tally marks and then that represents 5. Makes it a little bit easier when you have larger, a lot of people that you're surveying. You can count them a lot easier because you can count by 5s then. Now, another way is just simply called a frequency chart. A frequency chart is using the numbers. So if I had to fill out this frequency chart, let's go ahead and get a blue pen today. I would need to go ahead, and I'm adding up here. I've got some blank areas that I need to fill out. So here I'm going to go ahead, and the activities, well, I had 3 activities here: swimming, hiking, fishing. So I just need to put swimming over here. Swimming. I know that over on my tally marks, I had 5 tally marks. So I'm going to write the numeral or the number 5. Hiking, we had 4. So I simply put the frequency 4. And fishing is 3. So I'm going to convert 3 tally marks to the number 3. Write a sentence about the data that was recorded. I guess you get a little TL time here with Mrs. Swin today. So if I'm going to write one sentence, it's very simple. I could take a look at this chart and say, the favorite activity of the scouts is swimming. Or I can say more scouts liked swimming and hiking than fishing. So you can create your own sentence. But remember, I need a capital letter at the beginning. I need a period at the end. You could simply say 3 scouts like fishing. Make it short, sweet, right to the point. I'm good with whatever you choose. Let's go ahead to the next page. So on the next page, we have at the top, it says, Example 2, survey your classmates and record the results. Write a survey question to ask your classmates. An example is shown. So the example is just simply, which type of lunch is your favorite? So you would go ahead and you'd ask your friends, and we're going to go ahead and ask, let's see, let's start with this. Jackson, tell me your favorite grilled cheese, pizza, peanut butter, spaghetti. Jackson says, Mrs. Swint, I like grilled cheese. So let's go ahead and I'm going to first create a tally chart, and let's fill out our chart. And my title up here is favorite lunch. So you're going to write favorite lunch up here, favorite lunch. And you'll write it very nice and neat because you have a much easier pen to write with. Favorite lunch. She's trying. She's trying. Ugh, almost there. All right. You get it. So I can go ahead and I'm going to put all my items, my 4 items right down here. So here you're going to put grilled cheese. And so Mrs. Swint's just going to write grilled because it'll take forever and you want to get this lesson done so you can be finished with your Monday's work. So write down grilled cheese, write down pizza, write down peanut butter and jelly, and I might just put, and you can too, put PB&J. PB&J here, PB&J. And then the last one is spaghetti because my fingers are just working so slow here. I'm just going to put spa. It's a spaghetti. So right now, after I asked my friend Jackson and he said, Mrs. Swint, PB&J. All right. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to ask Diego. Hey, Diego, what do you think? Diego said, oh, Mrs. Swint, pizza. How about my friend then Elaine? Elaine, what do you think? Elaine. Elaine said, oh, I'm a spaghetti girl. And then how about Judah? Oh, Judah said, pizza. All right, let's go ahead and ask our other friends. Oliver Mernon, what do you think? Well, Oliver Mernon said pizza too. A lot of people like pizza. How about my name? How about OC, Oliver Chris? What do you think? Oh, he said, oh, Mrs. Swint, I'm all about the spaghetti. Yeah, he had a hard time deciding. Michael, what do you think? Michael said, pizza. Cohen. Oh, Cohen likes grilled cheese. I like grilled cheese too, Cohen. And how about Liam? What do you think, Liam? Spaghetti. All right. Well, looks pretty good, you guys. Okay, so now if I had to write one sentence about my survey I took, I could say this. I could say, there were a total of 4 students that preferred pizza. I could say students like pizza more than they do peanut butter and jelly, grilled cheese, or spaghetti. I could say the same number of people like pizza as PB&J and spaghetti because it'd be 4 and 4. So when you interpret data, that's exactly what you're doing. You are using your brain. You're using all the information that you've gotten from the survey, all the data, and now you're going to put it in a sentence. Let's go ahead to the guided practice. Under guided practice, we have this. The data shows the sports cards most frequently traded in Mrs. Patton's class. Organize the data in a tally chart. All right, well, let's go ahead. We've got the traded sports cards are my title, and it shows the different sports. We've got basketball, baseball, football, hockey. We have the frequency, which is the number of times that they're traded. So we're going to start with the first sport, and it would be basketball. So I'll just put BB for basketball. And I'm going to put, now they want me, though, this time to organize in a tally chart. So there are 3 is my frequency, so I need to put 3 tally marks. Now we have baseball, so I'm going to have to put BS Oh, Mrs. Swint lost internet. A little technical difficulties, but I'm back, my friends. Unfortunately, the internet, it hasn't been my friend the last couple of days at my house. So Mrs. Swint's going to continue with this lesson here. We are on page 692, guided practice. So back to trading the sports cards, and we are up to baseball. And I'm going to make this a BS for baseball. And I look over here in my baseball, I need to write 6 tally marks. Now I can do this as 1, 2, 3, 4. And with 5, I'm going to cross over. And then I add one more for 6. For football, we are going to put 9. So I have football, FB. And we have 9, which that's great because I can do my 5 tally marks. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And last but not least is hockey. If anybody does the hockey trading cards, maybe the Red Wings or the Walleyes, we're all fans. We do 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we need to answer the questions on the bottom of this page. On the bottom of the page, the first question is, which is the most popular sports card to trade? So it's very simple to look at. I check out my tally marks. I notice right away, football. Of course, maybe these are Buckeye cards. What do you think? OH, IO. All right, we are going to then put the most popular would be football. The next question is, what is the least popular? I take a look there. It's basketball cards. So we put a B or basketball. And we have answered we've interpreted the data. Let's go to our next page. On the next page, we have this. We have independent practice. They want us to organize each set of data in a frequency chart. Now, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger for Mrs. Swint. There we go. And while observing temperatures for 1 week, our model recorded the following data. We have our weekly temperatures is the title of our graph. I have my temperature and my tally marks. They want me then to organize it over here. So they want me, instead of saying tally marks, they simply want you to put a frequency. So that means instead of 2 tally marks, you simply write the number 2. So we're going to put a 2 here. I believe you guys can finish that on your own. And you're going to rewrite these numbers over here, of course. Let's take a look at Darla. Darla observed her friends. She collected data on the flavor of milk they drank at lunch. So we're taking a look at this chart. And I need to take the data from the survey and I need to put it over on this chart. So I have, first of all, I need to write down all the flavors. I have chocolate. That's probably my favorite. They are showing strawberry. Ooh, strawberry would be good. Now you can write out the whole word, but again, Mrs. Swint's pen doesn't work quite as well. And the only other milk is white. So we have 3 choices. Now this is how we're going to do this particular one. We need to count now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 people, 5 of our friends, like chocolate milk the best. Now you go ahead and you count up the strawberry and the white. Using the tally chart to answer these questions, 4, 5, and 6, we have which item was the top seller. So if I'm looking at the school store sales, they're showing me an eraser, glue, pencil, scissors. Well, right away I can tell whichever one has the most tally marks is going to be the one that is the top seller. Which item was sold once? I think you got this. All right, this is good. How many items were sold altogether? That's pretty simple. Each tally represents an item that was sold, so I need to count up all my tally marks. Now, remember when I said tally marks are great because right away I can count. I can say 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I've answered this question for you because I love you. Let's go to the next page. On the next page, we have our problem solving and brain builders. The first one, how would you represent the tallies at the right as a number in a frequency chart? They just want you to count up the tallies and tell me what number that is. Brain builders, we have Elisa, who took a survey to find out what breed of dog her classmates have. The results were shown below. Record the data in the tally chart. So we're taking this information. You need to put the breed of the dogs over here and column to the left. And then if I'm going to, for instance, start with Beagle, I would write Beagle. And so put his name down. Beagle. Beagles do a lot of howling. It's not one of my favorite dogs. But they're so cute as puppies. Let's count how many beagles we have. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they are asking for tally marks, not for a frequency. So I need to make sure I give the information of what they're asking for tally marks. Down below it says how many classmates responded. Well, you need to count the total number of tally marks that you're going to have, or how many squares there are over here. Experiment with tossing a quarter. Borrow a quarter from mom, dad, or your brother, or look in the couch cushions, maybe. And what you're going to do is this. Experiment with tossing a quarter, a nickel, and a dime and penny 25 times. So you need all of those. One of those. Just take a quarter, a dime, whatever, and penny 25 times. So you're going to do, here's my dime, heads up, how many times was tails, and then do the quarter, and then do the penny, and then do the nickel. So the information, what information can a tally chart and frequency table give you? It's all up to you there. All right, let's make sure they are not trying to do anything crazy for homework. Your homework is simply, we have an example of Ryan. Elisa records the data in the tally chart. This is my tally chart. You simply are taking this and putting it into a frequency chart. So you're using numbers now. What day of the school week is the least favorite? You've got that. Let's look at the back, my friends. For 3, 4, it says for exercises 3 through 5, refer to the information here. Filippo, he observed the types of pants his friends wear to school. We have jeans, corduroys, khakis, and athletic. So you're going to take these, and first we're going to put them in a frequency chart. And then you need to answer the questions below. You've got that. Vocab. If you're not sure which word goes with what definition, go back on the very first page of this lesson. They're all at the top of the page. All right, my friends, you are all set. Have a great Monday. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.